Welcome back, trainers, and today we're going to be taking a look at Shadow Typhlosion in the Ultra Premier and Florges with Fairy Wind. Now, it was going to be a focus on the Florges with Fairy Wind, but Typhlosion decided to go ahead and take that spot like it usually does. So we're going to go ahead and highlight that, because it is going to be sweeping up incredibly here. So if you do enjoy my videos, folks, give it a thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. It's free, and it just takes a second for you to hit that like button, and it really does help me out quite a bit. All right, so the Florges, it does have, I didn't check what the combat power would be once I actually powered it up, so it's sitting at 2457. I know that's bad, I know, but we're still going to be able to do some fun stuff with it. Now, I'm going to be going for a kind of a double nuke move on it. We have Petal Blizzard and Moonblast. So no disarming voice. We're just going to have those two nuke moves. No baits allowed. All right, folks. Let's see what we have going on here. Now, I did get a little aggressive on somebody yesterday because it's just for good reason. You don't need to run your mouth. I'm all for a good old smack talk. Believe me, I got a lot of my friends back in the day to smack talk, and they haven't stopped to this day. It's like I just programmed them to do that. But it's a little bit different for my situation here with those bandwagon people. But I had a lot of fun making that. If you haven't checked it out, go ahead and do so. It is going to be the Psychic Fang Steelix with a very special godlike guest star. All right, what do we got going on here? Up against a Luxray here. Going to go ahead and let this go, expecting a Psychic Fangs. Yep. Now, Wild Charge could be right after this, which will take us out for sure after lowering our defense, or at least bring us down very low. I think it would probably survive barely here, but we're going to go ahead and call it and let it go. It's just another Psychic Fangs, and we're really putting this thing down. And let's see if they want to let it go. And they're shielding it up. Do they double shield this? I don't know. I don't even think they have time to. I think we're just going to be able to lick down. Yeah, they don't even have time. All right, Typhlosion is waiting in the back, folks. Snorlax is loaded up on energy, and they're going to be sniping us. Well, not really sniping us, taking us out with that Escavalier. Now, I didn't swap or anything because it's going to be better for them to just take us out as opposed to locking myself here. So we do have the Florges out here up against the Walrein, and we're just going to go for that Petal Blizzard. But laugh, I can't speak again. So they're using their shield, and that's great. We do have Typhlosion, which is going to be running amok. I know it's been doing things, but don't worry, it's going to take that spotlight. We got a nice long 20-minute video here for you. So we're going to go ahead and let that go. Holding on to our last shield for the Typhlosion, knowing they're not going to be able to get to an Earthquake here. Let's see if this is going to be enough to take them out. If it doesn't, then it's just a couple more hits, and it is, because it is Typhlosion. And yeah, they pretty much stopped tapping here because that's a GG's. We're able to take them out in 3 Incinerates. Well, it was like 4, but the last one just left him with like 1 HP. Next battle, we're met with a Lapras here, okay? So we're going to go ahead and build up to a little bit past the superpower, but go for the Body Slam, and we're getting a shield right off the bat, which is great. Now, technically, this whole team can kind of handle this Lapras to some degree. I figured they were going to go for a Skullbash and then retreating into their Heracross. Now, I go to Typhlosion. This was, I wouldn't say a mistake, but it would have been better if I would have bring in Florges here, obviously, because, yeah, we have to look out for Rock Blast. It counters doing a lot. Yeah, sure, our fire moves are going to be destroying it, but we're going to have to double shield if we want to win this matchup, as opposed to the Florges, where we probably would have been able to come out of this a lot easier. So we have no shields on either end. We're just going to be hitting a Blast Burn right off the bat here. It looks like they bring back that Lapras, and we're doing a ton of damage. And are we going to be able to take them out? We do. Typhlosion's going on a little rampage here, going down by Golbat. Now, we're in a real big predicament here, folks. How am I going to pull this one off? We got a Florges, which does not want anything to do with a Crobat at all. And they're going to be farming us down here, so they're going to have a lot of energy, able to double Poison Fang us on our Fairy type. But we're able to get off 2 Body Slams before we do go down. Now, if this Florges can simply survive this poison, well, obviously it'll survive this one, but the next one plus the couple more quick moves. And why is it lagging at the most important and pivotal moment in this game? Why does it do that? It is such a mystery. Not any lag until then, and the lag is still here. It's just for that battle. It only occurred right when I was about to take that win. Very, very curious, but we're still pulling it off because Florges is just that good. Next battle, we're met with a Goodra. Okay. So Typhlosion doesn't really want to see that. Florges would, love to see it, of course, but we're not going to go anywhere because they definitely have a counter for Fairy types somewhere at the back there. So we have to look out for Muddy Water, and then we Power Whip. Yeah, Power Whip's doing quite a bit. And that's okay if they were able to land that. That's perfectly fine. I was just going to let it go anyways. And I'm going to actually bring in our Typhlosion and start farming them up. I do believe that's what we want to go with here. So they hit me with Muddy Water, bring in the Typhlosion, starting to build up that energy. Still have 2 shields and got the dragon out of the way. What do you have in the back that's going to be able to go up against? And it's a Golisopod with Shadow Claw. Okay, so they are going to be part bug, also water. So the Fire Blasts, or Blast Bird, Fire Blasts, what am I talking about? The Blast Birds are going to be still doing quite a bit here. The water is kind of just nullifying it, but that bug typing is still there. So they're double shielding, and that is leading me to want to go ahead and swap. So we do bring in Florges, and they do have a Muck back there, a Kanto Muck. Oh, and speaking of that, my Glade team, I already told you this is why I made the Trendsetter shirt. Those people are already starting to, like, I want you all to copy it. I want you all to use it. It's just these content creators, man, they got no creative bone in their body. It's so funny. Anyways, they're going to farm us down here. This is not great. We still have 2 shields, so the game plan is to double shield this and then to blast burn the Golisopod here. So they're going to be swapping in, and I'm thinking, crap, they're going to be able to get to a Thunder Punch on their Muck. So we got to land this because I know they don't just have one charge move, right? So we're going to go ahead and take out this Golisopod. Down they go. And Typhlosion is taking out the Muck as well. We take that win, looking good. Let's keep it moving here. This thing is amazing. Always has been, always will be. And I know the IVs on this one are just bananas. For Ultra League, we're like 15 attack, I don't know, like 7 defense, and then 15 HP. So not really ideal as far as the attack, but that's okay. Just doing a little bit more damage there. Alright, Snorlax leading the pack up against the Walrein here. Letting that first Icicle Spear go. Going to let this one go as well, because they're not going to necessarily be able to farm us down here. And now we're going to go for the Superpower. If they want to use 2 shields, by all means, that would be just perfect. They're going to be letting it go. And we could technically shield this up, but I'm going to let it go. And then I'm going to, I think we bring in Typhlosion to start farming up. Yes, we are going to do that. And they're bringing in a Nidoqueen. So our floor just doesn't really want to see that at all. We do have Petal Blizzard, but it's still not going to cut it, as opposed to those Poison Jabs and Poison Fangs, which are going to eat us alive with that Fairy type. So we're going to have to hold our ground here with the Typhlosion and simply shielding this up. Hopefully we can get to a Blast Bird. I'm thinking they're going to swap after this, unless we locked ourselves in here. It looks like they did bring in something else. What is it going to be? A Trevenant, which is getting 1 shot. So I immediately bring in our Florges, and hoping we can get to the Petal Blizzard and take them out before they actually farm us down here. Able to get to it. Doesn't look like it's going to be enough unless, let's see what happens here. And not quite. And now, unfortunately, they're going to be able to get to a Poison Fang or not. Ah, did I trick you? We take them out with an Incinerate. Typhlosion yet again pulling off the win for us. Next battle met with the Shadow Aggron. Now, this is going to get a little interesting here. It does have Smackdown, which is going to be doing a lot of damage, especially because it is Shadow and getting Stab up against our Typhlosion. And our floor just simply doesn't want to go up against it at all. Maybe a Petal Blizzard. Man, I can't say that damn thing. Petal Blizzard might be able to do a decent amount, but yeah, Snorlax is our only hope because of that superpower. But they're swapping into a Trevenant, and I'm gonna have a little fun here. Gonna go for that Blast Burn as much as I wanted to farm up more. I'm just gonna go ahead and go for it here. Let this go, and what we're going to do now is bring in our Snorlax, farm them down, and we've already got a ton of energy on our Snorlax already, so we're going to be really threatening them for whatever they bring in, I would assume, since their Trevenant is out for the count. And it's a Heracross, so this is not looking too great. My only option at this point is to just throw that swap, and they already knew I was going to do that too. Let's see how much Petal Blizzard does to an Aggron Shadow in the Ultra Premiere here. Come on. Look at that damage. Let's go. Because they are part rock, so it is still going to be doing a decent amount, plus they are Shadow. So we do decide to shield this up and farm them down here since, you know, might as well take advantage of that situation. So we are shieldless, and we do have the Fighter Heracross out here. Obviously going to get a shield out of them. And our Snorlax has a lot of energy. Remember that. It's loaded up. And a Body Slam plus a couple of licks is going to about do it. But they go for a Rock Blast. It doesn't take us out. We're able to get to another charge move. And Florges taking the win with the Moonblast up against a Heracross. Definitely would have been nice to have Disarming Voice right there, but woulda, coulda, shoulda. Next battle, we're met with a Gyarados with Dragon Breath, and I'm already thinking that this is going to be great for us because of the Florges as well as the Typhlosion if we had to go up against it. As a matter of fact, I got a funny battle for you, if I did leave it in here, going up against a Gyarados, which was a miss swap. Turned out to be a whole bad situation, but it actually worked out. Let's see if we'll see that down the line here. Anyways, going up against this Gyarados, letting that next Aqua Tail go and just going for another body slam. I'm expecting them to shield, and they are, so they can win that swap advantage. And that's fine. We're going to go ahead and bring in Florges and farm them down. Aqua Tail is neutral. I always want to think that this freaking Florges is part grass and fairy. It's not, it's just pure fairy because it looks like a grass Pokemon. So they bring in Roserade and then swap into the Walrein. So Typhlosion is going to be able to handle this here. So about the Florges. So I remember when it first came out, well, not really. I kind of do. My friend was playing the main series game and I was still holding on to my team that was being transferred down from game to game. My original team that I did have that didn't have any of the newer generations. And when he did bring it into battle, I wasn't familiar with it. And I don't know if it was when they were showing you what's super effective and what's not. What is that new feature? It actually just like handicap helps you now. But Typhlosion is pulling it off here for us. So I thought it was grass, and I was just confused. I was like, what type is this? And he just looked up and laughed. He's like, learn your typings. I was like, man, you better shut. Now, he's the one that I taught how to crap talk, and man, he just won't stop anymore. Anyways, we're up against a Kommo-o, and this is not necessarily great here for us. Typhlosion doesn't really want to go up against that. Florges would love to give it a nice big hug, for sure. And it is going to. So we let this go. Close combat really didn't take me by surprise. I figured it would happen. We're just going to bring in the Florges and just absorb everything they do throw at us here. Looks like they do not want to lock themselves, so they're just going to go ahead and allow me to farm them all the way up. I'm sure they got a counter to Fairy in the back. And it's this battle. It's an Escavalier. So I bring in our Typhlosion. They swap into Togekiss. We still have 2 shields. It looks like we're in a good position. A fire type up against a charm user. Yeah, Typhlosion is amazing, but just take a look at the dang charm damage. Some of you were saying this, and I was saying it before too. Charm should get nerfed. It should get nerfed. It is a little bit of a ridiculously strong move. Coming over from the main series games where it did no damage, and now it's just the strongest move in existence. It's a little bit ridiculous, but you know, if they keep it the way it is, you know, it is whatever. But anyways, we're going to see something pretty freaking stinking crazy. All right, so I let this drill run go. Like, I don't know, maybe tell me if I could have won this. But what I'm thinking is, since I let that go, they know at this point the only way to win is to simply keep going quick moves. So we lower their attack, we lower it again, and they still take us out with counter. They survive with 1 HP. That was nuts. So I do believe they definitely did have another drill run. It's not like, oh, if I would have shielded, I could have won. They would have gone to another one and just used the drill run anyways. So yeah, sometimes you just have to do that. Good game to my opponent. That was a real fun one. I could just imagine what he was thinking. Like, oh my gosh, that was crazy. If he's a, you know, there's a lot of people out there who don't like me. They're probably like, yeah, take that, Pokey. Yeah. Okay. Next battle. What's going on here? We got Florges up against Gyarados. Okay. Dragon Breath. Yeah, that's no problem at all. Just keep on hitting me with those Aqua Tails and we're good to go. That was a fast turn back on the camera. A little bit of a glitch there or something. Hitting them with Moonblast and is doing 1,000 damage. Alright, farming them down for the rest of their health. Bringing back that Muck, and we're going to let this go. Easy money here. I do believe we're surviving. We actually get to the Moonblast, and we do get a shield out of this Muck, if I do recall this correctly. Yeah, getting a shield with a Fairy type, move as well. Bringing in the Muck, and we're just going to go ahead and go to Body Slam Spam Town. So they have 1 shield, we got 2. Now at this point, they got the Dragonite in the back. What we need to do, since we do have the Typhlosion, is stay right here, do as much damage as we can, or not. Swap right into Ty. Oh, we just wanted that shield. Okay, yeah, that's right. Got the last shield and we're good to go. We didn't want to stay there any longer because what would have happened was they would have farmed us up even more. So we take them out with a freaking Typhlosion Blast Burn, and this is about a wrap. They bring in their Muck. They just sit still like we've seen the other person do, just kind of submit and accept defeat, and we take that win. Moving on to our next opponent, we're met with a Walrein. And yeah, this is kind of the same old song and dance we've seen before. And folks, if you haven't hit that like button yet, make sure you do so. Really do appreciate it. All right, so we're going to let this go. Yeah, no problem. Building up to almost 2 superpowers here to make them, you really start questioning whether or not they should shield. Letting the next Icicle Spear go as well, and we're still holding on to a decent amount of health. Can't farm me down. Using their first shield and then swapping into an Escavalier, we bring in Typhlosion. Now we will have to use a shield here because of Drill Run, but we're going to be coming out of here with a ton of energy and ready to destroy whatever they do throw at us, including dragons. I don't even care. Water types, we got that Solar Beam. Not that we're going for it too often because it's just kind of a... Oh, right when I say it. Are you kidding me? Right when I say we're not going for Solar Beam, they bring in a Swampert and we go for Blast Burn. Well, we could have just one-shotted them, but they knew what we were going to do. Damn. That's crazy. I didn't even time it like that for the Swampert to be out there and having the energy for the Solar Beam. Anyways, bringing in the Snorlax to go ahead and start spamming them here. And landing that first body slam. They're going to get to another one, but they're going to swap actually. We're going to swap into our Florges and we'll let this go. No problem at all. And we just need to get to that Petal Blizzard here. Can we get to it before they get to another one? We do. This should be enough to just about KO. Let's see it. And we take him out. Beautiful. And this Swampert is pretty much over. We're going to let it go. No problem at all. We don't really need to shield this up. And we'll take them out with a Fairy Wind. Let's get it. So compared to Vine Whip, I mean, Vine Whip's nice. If you're going up against those water types, I suppose, it's still going to be getting a ton of energy as far as that farming is concerned. But Fairy Wind is pretty stinking nice. Alright, so we're up against an Empoleon here. This is actually a great matchup for us. So they're going to be using their Hydro Cannon, swapping into a Kingdra, and we're going to go ahead and bring in Florges here. Now, Octazooka is going to be doing neutral, and they do lower my attack by 2 stages, so that's not a good situation here. Going to go straight for the Moonblast. They let it go. Can we farm them down before we see them get to another one? And we do. Beautiful. So I'm expecting the Empoleon, but we still have Petal Blizzard. Yes, they dropped our attack by 2 stages, but this is still going to be doing a decent amount. We're not in the best position around because they're going to be able to farm us up or not. Oh, we get to another charge move. Incredible. So we're just going to go straight for this one because we were not going to make it to the other one. And we almost take out the Empoleon, but we take it out with a Lick and Energy. Are you kidding me? Oh boy, let's go. We got another Dragonite in the back. Snorlax, time to put in that work, buddy, oh pal. So we're going to go ahead and get all these shields and do what we did like before. Swap into our Typhlosion. Or not. Looks like we're continuing. Oh, we got a shield left. I see. So we let this go. We could shield, but then that's going to leave us vulnerable, and that Dragonite's going to do a lot of damage. So I figured might as well just bring in the Typhlosion and farm them down with fire. Okay? And we'll take the win like that. Folks, if you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.
The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!
Touch the deck. This is the best.